Take a simple 3-string necklace of pearls. They contain no rare gemstones, no precious metals, and are, in fact, entirely fake. This graphic shows Sotheby's initial baseline expectation. Ahead of the auction, they estimated these imitation pearls would fetch between $500 and $700. When the hammer fell, the final price hit $211,500. This price jump introduces the central mystery of the event. Rational buyers were suddenly willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for costume jewelry. The event took place in April 1996, 2 years after the death of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. Her children and the JFK Presidential Library had already claimed the most historically vital items and artistic masterpieces. What remained were 1,195 lots, consisting mostly of everyday leftovers from her Manhattan apartment. The auction house maintained a conservative expectation, estimating the entire collection would raise a respectable $4.6 million. However, this collection of ordinary household goods was about to break the fundamental laws of economic valuation. The frenzy began long before the auction block, as the promotional materials themselves became commodities. This glossy 584-page auction catalog became a status symbol, selling 100,000 copies at up to $90 each. Purchasing the catalog acted as an entry into a draw, giving 30,000 people the chance to see the objects up close during a pre-sale viewing. For the vast majority of fans, owning this expensive book was the closest they would ever get to touching her life. Market analysts look to the aura premium to explain this behavior, a phenomenon where celebrity mystique inflates the value of mundane items. Her French grammar book serves as evidence. A school book filled with fashion sketches. It was estimated at a few dollars, but sold for $42,500. Her black enamel cigarette lighter, estimated at $300, reached $85,000 because it represented her hidden, private habit of chain smoking. Celebrities and billionaires entered the bidding to capture artifacts holding immense historical power. Actor Arnold Schwarzenegger spent $772,500 on President Kennedy's personal golf clubs. Anthony O'Reilly, the billionaire chairman of Heinz, purchased her 40-carat engagement ring for $2.6 million. These buyers were pricing the invisible Jackie aura rather than the craftsmanship or raw materials. To understand this demand, we have to look back to November 1963, when she became America's most photographed, yet most fiercely private widow. She was forced to flee her Washington, D.C. home after tourists turned the neighborhood into a public attraction. She eventually bought a 15-room New York penthouse overlooking Central Park to escape the public eye. For 30 years, this apartment served as an impenetrable sanctuary, completely walled off from the media. The intense bidding existed because the auction represented the only time the general public was allowed to cross that threshold. The event stretched over 4 days across 9 separate bidding sessions. Out of 1,195 lots offered, not a single item went unsold. This bar shows the initial $4.6 million revenue expectation for the estate. The final tally reached $34.5 million. The leftovers of a private life had generated one of the most successful estate sales in history. This valuation disconnect is a direct result of the celebrity economy. Her lifelong refusal to expose her private world created decades of pent-up demand. These buyers paid millions to secure the final available pieces of American royalty. The 1996 auction proved that in the world of high-stakes celebrity, absolute privacy is the ultimate price multiplier.